In this video, I'm going to share 6 ways you can repurpose your video content so you can reach more people, grow engagement, and build a bigger following. You might be asking, well, why do I need to repurpose my video content? One of the biggest reasons is that you don't want to leave all your eggs in one basket. What I mean by that is many people rely only on YouTube to grow their following and reach their audience. And there's so many other ways you can leverage your video content and use that content in multiple ways to reach people in different platforms. And that leads to the first tip here, which is to repurpose your video content on social media platforms. Now, not every platform is the same. Some have a different format in terms of different sizing. Some, it's a different length. In general, with social media, you want to keep your video content as short as possible. Most of your YouTube videos are likely over a minute long. They're maybe 10 minutes, maybe an hour. The best thing you can do is take your long form video content and pull out the shorter snippets, just the juicy content, those bits and pieces that are those golden nuggets. If you can edit them down into smaller clips, you can use that on social media. This leads into our next tip, which is related to social media content. When I work with a lot of my clients, helping them with their social media marketing, one of the biggest frustrations I hear from them is they're not sure what content to share on social media. Well, if you're already creating content on YouTube, it's really easy to repurpose that content for social. And one of the best ways to do that is to take your long form content and create it into shorter snippets. This video is a perfect example of that. On this video, I'm going to share with you 6 tips for repurposing your video content. Well, while I could make a really short version of this entire video in one clip, I could also cut each of those tips into its own individual clip. And that means I'd have 6 clips that I could share for social media posts. Right there, 6 pieces of content. You can even accelerate that by repurposing those smaller clips in different formats and sizes. For example, Instagram Reels and Facebook stories and TikTok, they're tall, right? But regular posts might be square on Instagram, on LinkedIn, you can go wide, on Facebook, you go wide. So you can repurpose your content into multiple formats, meaning multiple sizes and multiple clips. Well, now you've got a lot of content you can share over social media. Where else can you share your video content other than on social media? What about your website? Now, video content makes for a perfect blog post. And if you don't have a blog already on your website, this is the perfect reason to set one up. When I'm doing video posts on my website, sometimes I will use the entire video for my blog post. But if you want to take it a step further, what you want to do is actually add text along with the video. So sometimes I'll put the video at the top and underneath text copy below it. Now, what do you do if your video isn't formatted perfectly for a blog post in terms of the format of text? I've got a tip here that's going to blow your mind. You can use ChatGPT along with your video transcript and ask ChatGPT to format that content into a blog post. Now, you do have to edit things on this, and that's the one caveat for anything you do on ChatGPT. Always check that it spits out something that's good, right? You can also ask ChatGPT to edit the text for you once it spits out the first draft. If, let's say, there's phrasing in a particular paragraph that you don't like or you want something taken out, just ask ChatGPT to edit that out. It'll do it for you. It's simple, it's easy. If you want me to record a video demo showing how I use ChatGPT and my video transcript to create a blog post, just write blog in the comments below on this video. I'd love to hear your feedback and see if that's something that's of interest to you. Now let's move on to our next tip. What about email newsletters? That's the perfect way to leverage your video content. If you don't have an email newsletter already, this is the perfect time to set one up. It's never too late. Now, I will caution you, when emailing your list, I wouldn't recommend you email them every single time you post a video. Generally, you want to email your list 1 to 2 times a month. That's it. I would even start with just once a month. The reason is it can come across spammy or a little bit aggressive and annoying if you're emailing too frequently. People don't necessarily want an email from you every week. Using all of your posts in one email is a great way to share the different topics that you have and to get people viewing your content from one video to the next to the next. Another great way to repurpose your video content is to strip out the video of it. What do I mean? Well, we're looking for the audio here. Taking the audio out and repurposing it as a podcast, that's a perfect way to use your video content. Some people will create a video podcast, but the most popular format is audio only. And what you can do is take a snippet. Maybe it's a 30-second to 1-minute clip that's the most juicy hook in your video, and put that at the beginning as an intro clip. Do a little bit of an introduction after that, and finish the episode out with a little closer. Put it all together, you've got podcast episodes, and you can start adding one after another after another. It's a great way to use your video content, reach people in a completely different style, and build a bigger audience. One last tip here is to use that video content on a website. Now, this could be for a landing page. This could also be for a lead magnet. Now, what I mean here is take your video content and use it as something that you're going to give away for free. Even though people can find it on YouTube, not everybody's there, like we already established. So use that content in another way. If you put it on a landing page as a lead magnet, you can have a little bit of gated entry there where you can ask people to submit their name and their email address in order to get that content. You could either still deliver it as video, or you could convert it to a PDF, maybe make it a checklist. For example, in this video, I could use these 6 tips and create a video repurposing checklist that people can get and download for free. If I have that on my website, it's a great way to help me build up an email mailing list. And now I've got a targeted list of people that I know are interested in how to repurpose their video, and I'm giving them something for free. They're going to love it, and it's going to help me build a bigger fan base because now I've given something away that people hold of value. They're going to want more and more of my content. Now, again, if you need help building that checklist, you could turn to ChatGPT. Take your video transcript, put it into ChatGPT, and ask it to help you create a checklist, a downloadable checklist from that content. See what happens. See what ChatGPT spits out. Again, if you want a demo of this, just write in the comments and let me know that you'd love me to record a demo showing how I do this. Boom, that's it. 6 tips on how to take your video content and repurpose it so you can reach more people, grow engagement, and build a bigger following. Be sure to like and subscribe below so you'll get notified the next time I release my next video. Once again, my name is Lowell Brown from Going Social, where we take the complicated out of social media and digital marketing and make it a little more simple and easy. I'll see you in the next video.